Celine, the ICPD outlined the need for harmonious, dynamic balance in the interrelationships between population, resources, the environment, and development. In the past 30 years, how has the need for this balance come into even sharper focus?
The global population has increased significantly. In 1994, there were 5.4 billion humans on the planet. And in 2024, we're now at 8.2 billion humans. That's a difference of over 2.5 billion humans, which was the entire size of the human population in the 1950s. So we've been seeing a rise in resource extraction, for example, which has tripled since the 1970s. We also see the impact that human activities has on other species, which we refer to today as the sixth mass extinction because of its unprecedented scale. So we are overall today as a species demanding more of the biosphere than it can sustainably provide for us. This is an environmental crisis, but it's also a crisis of equity and a crisis of justice. Because some population groups, the more vulnerable population groups, are going to be experiencing the harms of environmental degradation disproportionately. It's also an intergenerational crisis because we're endangering the future. And lastly, it's an existential crisis as we're destroying the conditions that enable us to flourish as a species. So as we look forward beyond ICPD 30, we need to kind of go back to this vision and truly integrate population dynamics and environmental sustainability into the reproductive rights ideological and programmatic framework. So doing this also represents an opportunity to strengthen reproductive rights by unlocking new funding sources, for example, as well as appealing to a new spectrum of donors and champions. Reproductive health and family planning services can be included in climate adaptation and resilience solutions, for example, as well as in biodiversity programs. So we really need to both think of eliminating unsustainable patterns of production and consumption, which are driving our environmental crisis, but we also need to bring back population policies into our reproductive health and rights thinking.